We are all just some kind of lollerful.
Colorful.
Bitch, that's an L. Lollerful.
No, that's an O.
There's three. There's not three. There's two of them. Spelling. Who needs?
It actually does look like an O. Okay.
Anyway. Oh boy. Welcome to the Cup. Oh, I'm so sorry. Kia ora, and welcome to the Cup. There we go. That feels fitting. The Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the T in reality. I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, here with some peach floral caffeinated beverage that we no longer sponsor, but we're still going to drink. Y'all should know by now.
And I have some Kirkland's water. Hi, welcome to the Cove, where you can come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Sam DMB, also known as Sam Don Monteverde, also known as Anissa Long, your fellow-friendly, trans, non-binary, Filipino-Canadian hot mess, hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I just think it's funny how you miss me when you never knew me.
You were a lazy lover. I moved on to ones that moved me.
That's rich. Speaking of things that are rich, certainly not the quality of this show. Eris Envy, your punk rock Harry Mary, here to remind you that Drag Race Down Under is named after its ratings. Wow!
I like that.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
I thought about referencing Sheldon Riley, but I didn't want to disgrace his name by mentioning him in this podcast.
Thank you so much, Yara.
Yara!
That sounded like
Yara!
That sounded like Olympia. Olympia doing
truly.
Amy Winehouse. I hate you, Dido.
I hate you, Dido. But when we get a Technicolor lip sync this season, what about it?
Please, because one of my first drag shows I did in the York drag community. Actually, the first lip sync I did in York drag was Technicolor. I've nearly fell over twice, but I did have confetti down my gloves, which was a moment. And thank you to the student in the far corner of the video who was on her phone the entire time. That makes me feel really good every time I watch that performance back.
Good. As you can tell, we want to do anything but talk about the cast of Drag Race Down Under.
Oh, yay.
Well,
let's get into these goblins.
And it's a cast. There's some highlights that I'm very excited about. Don't get me.
There's also some lowlights.
A lot of lowlights.
A lot of lowlights.
And some just plain old meh. But yeah, so we're going to talk about the cast of Drag Race Down Under Season 2. Before we do that, I think it's just probably best that we start out by acknowledging the racism. Because yet again, the producers of Drag Race Down Under cannot go a full season without casting a known racist. With that said, we will be discussing Hannah Conda as much as we need to.
Yeah.
That's about it. Like, there's probably others. And at the time of filming this video, we are not aware of any other racism things that are happening. I will say Hannah did apologize. There is a full apology that has been made by her because of her past actions. I am not a Black nor Indigenous person, so it is not my apology to accept. But I will say it is out there. She has done it. It does not excuse her past actions. Those still happened. And we're going to acknowledge her as much as we seemingly need to.
Okay.
I don't know if either of y'all have anything to add to that.
I mean, props up for holding yourself accountable. But, obviously that doesn't forgive what you've done. So, I'm saying this like CanadaCon was watching, but...
I will say it was also done after the season 1 aired with the Scarlett Adams incident.
You mean the Scarlet?
Yes.
Scarlet asshole.
That part.
Yep.
Miss Adams, if you will.
Because Drag Race wouldn't cancel her, but all her burlesque trophies got revoked.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, the most recent burlesque award one got revoked.
Work.
Good.
Anyway, let's talk.
Okay.
Let's
Sorry,
talk.
Logan.
No, you go right ahead because we're going the same direction with our thoughts.
Yeah.
This group photo. Canada's Drag Race Season 2. I would like to take back everything wrong I said about your promo. I know I said you weren't cohesive, but you know what? Compared to this, it's giving cohesion. Now, a lot of these outfits, actually, individually, are lovely.
Yes.
Some of these outfits, Miss Tricone had, are giving what happens if I'd wrap a little carrier bag around a black dance costume. It's the fact they didn't even bother to edit in reflections or anything. Like, the photos are also like poorly edited. It's a lack of effort, and I just feel like they weren't given a cohesive theme other than Chrome. And even sorry, I'm tired of the bullshit. Even then, it's still not a cohesive theme because no one looks like they belong together.
Yeah. So for context, sorry to interrupt you, Sam. For context, I just looked it up. The alleged theme of the promos is metallic. So take that as you will.
Okay, so tell me why Miss Thing in the golden brown hair isn't wearing anything metallic. And tell me why Yuri is in Dayglow green, which isn't a metallic. Just give them a fucking color story and make it work. I feel, we are 7.5 minutes in, and I'm ready to walk out that door. Because last season of Down Under, they just made them use the entrance look. This season, once again, they clearly have not given any shit about the promos, even though some people have brought individually lovely outfits. It's like the promos are the biggest part of Drag Race. It's the part we celebrate the most. And this image is going to follow these queens for the rest of their career. And like, it's no. Whoever is the creative director on Drag Race Down Under, congratulations, you've already set this season up to look like shit. I'm mad.
Sam?
I'm just very disappointed.
The color story on the background of these images looks lovely, gal.
I love this background. I love the background.
Here's the thing. None of them look like they belong up against that background.
No.
Yeah.
No. Not at all. But
no.
Shall we start talking about them?
Yes, because I'd love to compliment the individual outfits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's start with Aubrey Haive. She's 25 from Timaru, Aotearoa. I will be using the original name for New Zealand throughout our discussion of Down Under because they deserve that. So in her Meet the Queens, which were also like 2 minutes long, I really don't understand why the international seasons, all of them, across the board, get like 2-minute Meet the Queens, and we get like 10-minute Meet the Queens for the US girls. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, she is from Timaru, but she has lived in Melbourne for 5 years. Her drag name is inspired by Austin Powers. She said that her drag is camp, over the top, and bright colors. She's been doing drag for just over a year. and her strengths, among others, are singing and theater.
For someone to look that good in drag after 1 year,
Yeah.
I hate her. Because she's so beautiful and this outfit is so nice. I'm willing to bet she's probably got like a really like well-paying job outside of this, because that's normally how people who are new to drag end up looking good starting off. Because it's normally a mixture of money and being good at makeup that helps people get the kickstart in drag to look great from the jump.
Yeah.
That being said, I did only just watch the Meet the Queens, and I said to Sam, I didn't realize they brought Willem back, because there's a close-up of her when she's walking down the runway in the Meet the Queens, where she looks like Willem in the face, and it's... Do you know what I mean?
How could you tell? They put the season 1 filter on the runway.
That wasn't the internet connection.
No, that was the season. No, honey.
No.
Go back and watch the runways. There's literally so much light happening on the runway that it looks like the season 1 filter.
Beautiful gowns.
I think she looks great. I love this outfit, actually.
I love this outfit.
If everyone else was wearing something similar, this promo wouldn't have been such a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bodysuit.
But here's the thing. It's a bodysuit with a Gaultier bra, a dramatic sleeve, and a cape. Like, I will forgive a bodysuit if it's got all the extra bullshit going on. And this has got the extra bullshit and more. And the wig is lovely.
Yeah, I think she, given that the elements are basic, I think she did it in a way that it worked and that it's sellable.
Yeah, I really like her. Just from the Meet the Queens, like, she's the kind of queen that I immediately root for. I love camp queens, so claiming that you're camp, and I am getting that from her from this very short 2-minute video. I'm really, really excited to see what she's gonna give. I just feel like only having done drag for a year is going to be a detriment to her. But then again, we saw Valentina do very successful her first time on Drag Race. So
okay, but I am almost certain that Valentina lied about how long she'd been doing drag.
She said she had been performing for 10 months, but had been doing makeup for about 2 years.
Yeah, but there's like a clip of her winning the bar version of Dragula from over a year prior.
Anyway.
I also think of
the Robbie Turner of it all. That being said, my cup's full.
I mean, okay. So I think other things that kind of stand out to me in her video, obviously I love her personality. I love the line, just her being like, what is it? You don't always need to look polished, and
when you start drag, you don't always have to be the most polished right off the bat. I just chose to be.
Yeah. I was like, yes.
That was cunty. I loved it.
No, but I'm very excited for Aubrey Haive. And yeah, no, my cup is also full.
Okay. My cup's at 95.
Valid.
My biggest issue, honestly, is that there's nothing happening on the neck. And
don't point that out.
I know, I'm sorry.
I'm just going to squint and pretend there is.
Well, that's completely fair, and I understand.
I know, my eyes shut, and I'm falling asleep.
Oh, don't do that. Yeah, my cup's at 95. I really, really like her. I'm nervous for how she's going to do in the competition, but I'm excited to see her. She's one of the
choreo, so that's exciting.
Yeah, she's one of the ones I'm very, very excited to see.
Yes.
So next up is Beverly Kills, 21, from Brisbane, Queensland, but she was born and raised on the beaches of the Gold Coast. She said she's a performer, and she said she can do anything on stage perfectly. She rides the line between glamour and grunge, and her love for drag started because of Drag Race. She started watching around 14 or 15, and then started experiencing local drag, which I suggest everybody who watches Drag Race, go to a local drag show because you're just going to fall in love more.
Better yet, come to York.
Well, not all of us have that luxury.
Well, me neither now that the buses are striking. Thanks, Arriva.
Not that. I don't know how to feel about her yet. I'm going to be honest.
I don't know if it was just me, but the hair looked really thirsty.
How dare you? She's going for a shag.
I know, but I've seen a shag done better where the hair doesn't look so dry.
Yep.
Well, personally, I really like the look and I think she looks lovely. I'm also here for an alternative queen to be on Drag Race Down Under.
Yes.
Yes.
I love everything about this. I mean, no, I wouldn't change anything. And I want those pants. And I want the jacket.
I also want the pants.
I also love the nails. I also think Beverly Kills is a really cool drag name. My cup is 90% full.
I'm also gonna say 90% because I love the outfit. I just don't like the hair.
I it's difficult. I think I like her. I'm not like sold on her necessarily. I want to see her performing. Because the I can do anything on stage perfectly gives me a level of cuntiness that I don't love necessarily. As far as the look is concerned, my cup's going to be at 85 just because I think there's a little bit more polish that she could have, but I do appreciate the mix of glamour and grunge, and I'm excited to see what she brings. So. Oh gosh. Faux Fur, 27 from Sydney, New South Wales. She is Vietnamese. Her drag is fashion, fancy, fun, and you can hear her around the world because she's loud. Get that reference. Please be my friend.
Okay, I'm going to take just a second to shit on the photo editors again because you can see her pad lines and they've not edited that out. Like, why would you do her like that?
Ooh.
Because, I mean, if she went on stage like that, you wouldn't be able to tell, but in front of studio lighting, you would have to wear an insane amount of pair of tights for your pads to not show. And they've chosen not to edit that out. But that's nothing to Faux's detriment because this is my person. I've decided now already at the beginning of the competition, this is who I will be rooting for.
Okay.
Just something about her being loud works for me. Yeah, I'm obsessed already. As far as the look goes, this is a really lovely bodysuit. This is a nice bodysuit. But this is Drag Race. This is a Drag Race promo. And, like, I know the theme was shit, and they probably gave you all, like, 5 minutes to come up with outfits by the looks of most of these. But, dear God, why would you just... A bodysuit and a black pair of boots is what I wear for most of my gigs. I would not wear that for a Drag Race promo.
That's kind of where I'm at too with Faux Fur because the energy and the personality is there for me. It's this look that isn't there for me.
Yeah. Well, okay, so here's what I will say. The boots actually aren't black. They're a copper, like, duochrome. You cannot tell in this photo, but I've watched the Meet the Queens now like 5 times, and you can tell in the Meet the Queens that they're like copper duochrome sequin, which at least is a little bit more than just a black thigh high. With that said, I like the sleeve. I like the color on her. I really like the hair.
The hair is lovely, gal.
Yeah, but I need it's a bodysuit, and I just need a little bit more. I would have maybe loved if there was like a copper like robe to go with this.
Or if this went all the way down and was like a dress instead of a bodysuit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. As far as the look is concerned, I'm gonna say my cup is at like 70 because at the end of the day, she looked good.
Yeah, I'm also gonna say 70 just for the look.
I'm gonna say 60 for the look,
Fair.
but I'm ready to fall in love.
Okay.
So we're gonna acknowledge that Hannah Conda is here. I wrote a few things. I don't really care all that much. She's from Sydney. She's 30. I didn't know Bag of Chips was competing on Drag Race Down Under, but good on you, Bag of Chips.
Congrats on better sewing skills.
Yep. I
Take
don't.
it to Down Under to give us rugby player representation on Drag Race Down Under.
I hate you. I don't understand the choice of a silver shoe with this look. Looking just objectively at the look, I don't understand a silver shoe.
The shoes look edited on as well.
They
Yeah.
do.
They do.
Well,
I will say this. She does look like she has a huge vagina, and I do love that. I think the hair is lovely, and this is a nice bodysuit. But if the official theme for the season
It's
promo
metallic.
is metallic, no.
This is matte.
This is matte,
Yeah.
this is shimmer, this is sparkle. It is not metallic.
Just
No.
because something's gold colored, it does not make it metallic.
It just, I'm
Matte
still
gold.
bothered in my brain that no one wore any looks that have any cohesion. Like, it's sitting in the back of my head and it's really like itching something. I don't know what it is. It's probably the neurodivergency, but I'm mad about this season. I'm angry. And this look is probably one of the reasons why, because it's not fucking chrome or metallic or whatever the theme was. That being said, the wig is lovely. Love your hair. Hope you get first boot. Oh, yeah, my cup. Oh, wait, 11.
Sam, go ahead.
Oh no, I just did copy paste towards your comments, Eris, because I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Objectively, my cup is at like 30.
My cup's at 30.
If it wasn't for the theme, my cup would probably be towards the 60 range. But it's not in theme. It is not a metallic dress. So I'm going to give this a 40 to be nice.
Yeah. Kween Kong. Now,
Crown
okay.
her.
So, Eris, you said Faux Fur is your queen you're rooting for. Mine is Kween Kong. Point blank and the period.
I would like to just add very quickly, Kween Kong is very hot out of drag. That's all.
Yeah, please go follow Kween Kong on Instagram. Both the Queen account and I think Thomas is his name. Yes, very, very attractive. But Kween Kong.
If he wants a surname, he can have mine.
Can I talk? Anyway. 29 from Adelaide, South Australia. She's been doing drag for 6 years. She describes herself as a superhero of the world, a strong Polynesian warrior princess, plus a little bit of the Rock, which I loved. Inspired by the strong and nurturing women in her life. She's originally from South Auckland. She's been a pro dancer for 13 years. She talks a lot about her heritage, being Samoan and Tongan. And she comes from a long line of Tulafale, or talking chiefs, so that she's using her drag as an extension of that long line of her ancestors, and talks a lot about activism as well. She truly is just like the most well-rounded here. Like, just give it to her.
Yeah.
Now imagine if the rest of the promos look this fucking good. Because this, by far, is my favorite outfit of all the promos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also like already really endeared to her by the way she talks about like the way she grew up and her family, and I really need to see her succeed for my own well-being.
I really want the best for her too, because we haven't had, I don't think, not, oh no, wait, have we had, no, we have had Polynesian, right? Last season?
Britta.
Oh, that's right, Britta.
She's the first on Down Under, to my knowledge.
Okay.
But yeah, Britta was the first of Polynesian descent to be on Drag Race.
Yes. No, but this look was okay. So I'll be honest and say, when I first saw this, I was like, okay, I love everything except for like the torso area, specifically where like the boobs are.
Sure.
Because it reminded me of like Adriana's corset look in the that
Or
one.
as Komora more likes to call her, she who shall not be named.
Yes, actually.
As I refer to her, she who shall not be named.
Yes. No, it reminded me of that corset, but like I really like this outfit now. Like, this is actually, I've grown to the fact that this is actually like a very well done outfit, and I'm very excited to see what Kween Kong is gonna do on the show. Yeah, no, she just gives that energy of a star, of a winner, of versatility. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's everything. Wait, no, what's the quote? She's the mother I never had, the sister I always wanted. No kidding. I'm gonna be objective about her look, because I don't want my love for her already to cloud being objective. I do completely agree with you about the bustier area, Sam. I also don't necessarily love the white ruffle coming off of the shoulder piece and then the cape in the back. I don't think it was necessary. And I would have loved if it was still going to be there, if it was the same gold color. Because the white throws me off a little bit.
Actually,
I'm going to disagree.
Yeah, I personally don't mind the white. If it was like more like a doily, almost a white doily coming out of the shoulders, kind of into the gold, like I wouldn't mind that either. I actually really like the cape as well. But anyways, continue.
Oh, no, you're good. That was just going to be my biggest thing, is like, I really like the outfit. This color looks amazing on her. But that was just the only thing that I didn't particularly love. But otherwise, this is my bitch, point blank and the period. I will be rooting for Kween Kong over everybody. There are other queens I like, but this is my girl. My cup is going to be at 95 because I don't like
Boo. Well, my cup's overflowing. Jesus, I sound like my grandma.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say, yeah, my cup is overflowing too.
Fair.
Yeah, Logan.
I'm the bitch today. I don't know what it is.
It's me getting on your nerves. That's what it is. I'm driving you to insanity.
I mean, perhaps, but I still love you. Minnie Cooper, 50, from Sydney, New South Wales. She says she has the looks of Cate Blanchett with the voice of Chris Hemsworth. She said she's a well-rounded queen. She doesn't want to stick herself in one specific box. She has a whole anecdote about some book fair when she was 6 that I didn't care to write down. And she's won Entertainer of the Year 3 times.
She can tap dance.
She sure can. A couple of these girls can tap dance.
Yeah.
I think Aubrey also talked about it. I was like, can we get a tap dance challenge? I'm here for it.
Yep.
Imagine they bring in Trixie Mattel to guide them through a tap dance challenge.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
I would live. I
live.
Okay, I'm kind of back and forth with this outfit.
Same
here.
Cause like,
you know what?
I love this concept. I think the photo is great. But it's mainly like the corset that kind of bothers me with the dress.
I think what bothers me is the skirt is made of that really ugly four-way stretch material, which I love this material when it's like a bodysuit. I hate it when it's anything else because it's like dance costume material. You don't make a gown out of dance costume material. The sleeves are giving me a little bit of Veronica Green's Fashion Frenemy sewing challenge outfit.
Oh my god.
If you're
God.
willing to take your minds back all the way to that.
Yep.
I think the corset is lovely. I just think it outshines everything else. I also don't think pink and green is a good combo when you're going for regal. Because pink and green makes me think of watermelon. And this isn't a watermelon sugar high. I think the hair is an odd choice as well because it's a little bit more reserved. It is kind of Kate Blanchett in a way, actually.
I was gonna
what
say,
I will say,
yeah.
what I
That was
will
gonna
say
be my
is,
talk about the hair, but go ahead.
what I will say, for an older gal who does a more classic style of drag, I do enjoy her makeup, and it does actually make her look younger. Because I didn't think she was 50 at first. I thought she was like maybe towards her late 30s, which isn't too bad.
No, I think I like her. I think. Again, we only have 2 minutes really to judge off of, but I'm happy that older styles of drag are being represented still on Drag Race. I really appreciate that. Because we have not gotten that on many recent seasons across the world. So I do appreciate that is being recognized. The hair gave me Kate Blanchett, and that's why I like it. But yeah, the corset is lovely. Everything else about it looks a little bit cheap to what you both were saying. But I think overall she looks good. So my 70%.
I'm gonna be generous and say 75.
I'm going to be real and give it 60%.
Fair.
Actually, no, I'll give it a 65. She gets an extra 5 for not being Hannah Conda. Oh, I'm ready for a season full of just making Hannah Conda the butt of all our jokes.
Fuck yes, I can't wait. Molly Poppinz, 30, from Newcastle, New South Wales. She is a party girl at heart. She's a fun time girl. She says she wants to look real stunning and act real stupid. She got her drag start in Vancouver, BC. Hey, Canada. Look at you. We have a Canadian here.
Yes. Hi.
You live nowhere near Vancouver, but
nowhere near Vancouver.
Same country. Same country. She says she's a bit of a rapstress. She's scared of the design challenge, and she has resting bitch paint.
Okay. So I love the outfit is like a Starfire reference, but once again, not Drag Race promo ready. What I will say is, why did they edit the lines of her breastplate off? But you can faintly make out her pads, just about, which, I mean, I'm not too fast.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
On Yuri, they were like, not Yuri. On Faux Fur, they were very blaring.
Yeah.
I really like the look, but it's not promo.
Alexis Michelle wore it better on season 9.
Who wore it better on season 9?
Alexis Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wig is lovely, but I don't like this shade of grey because this is like grandma grey, not sexy grey. What I will say, the vibe of feeling like you're top dog in one drag scene and being nobody in another, felt that. I don't know. I'm excited to see what she brings.
So it does look. I feel like I can name maybe at least 4 Toronto queens that have an outfit very similar to this.
Well, that's because it's Starfire. It's literally Starfire from Teen Titans.
Well, I know that.
Yeah.
But again, that's just I'm trying to kind of affirm that point that this shouldn't be like Drag Race. Like this isn't something I would use for Drag Race. Also, it looks weird when she sits down.
Yeah,
especially specifically around the leg area.
I will say she's brought one thing to the competition that I've yet to see from anyone yet, and that is rock hard nipples.
Nipples.
You want to see my rock hard nipples?
The nipples are the eyes of the face. And you have gorgeous nipples. Personality is great.
Yes.
I like her. I hate this look.
I don't hate it, but it's not a Drag Race promo. It is not a Drag Race promo.
For the category of Drag Race promo, I'm going to give her a 50.
Valid. I'm going to give her a 60.
I'm going to give her a 50 because she looks good.
She does look good. I'm hoping to see a lot out of Molly Poppinz.
Oh, also fun fact. Sorry. I wasn't expecting a queen with that name because there was but then they changed. There was a queen artist drag persona in Toronto named Molly Poppinz, who I used to be good friends with. Then they changed their name to Molly Eris. Please support their work.
I love that.
Oh, see, one of my backup drag names has always been Polyglamorous, so I love that.
Molly Eris, yes. And then I see now this queen is named Molly Poppinz, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
That's why.
Sure. My roommate's drag name is Molly Kuehl because he has a PhD in biology.
Wait.
Local drag alert. Let me give a shout out to Sheffield Queen, Polypeptides.
Oh, I love that.
I love that. Logan, do you know how they spell Kuehl?
I mean, I came up with the name, so I was gonna say Cule just to be.
Oh no, because I actually know a queen named Molly Kuehl as well.
God damn it. Anyway.
Oh, I love their work too. Molly Kuehl, if you are watching, I love you so much.
I'm just happy that no one's ever gonna have my drag name because it's so specific. Anyway. Pomara Fifth. 28 from Sydney, New South Wales, originally from Camden, New South Wales. Her father's side is her father is Aboriginal and her mother is Maori. She's been doing drag for 8 years. She said that her drag is an amalgamation of a truck driver and an ex-prostitute wandering the streets for money. And she's loud, funny, and caring.
Okay. Padlines, invisible.
Right?
Padlines, seamless. And I'll say this and I'll say it loudly. The big girls are always the ones with the fucking invisipads that I just have seamless legs. And I don't know if editing did her a favor or if she just pads the house down. But that being said, it's another bodysuit.
But you know what?
There's a jacket.
Bodysuit.
It is a metallic bodysuit.
She does look like she's about to go to a rave in Chromatica. She's about to meet up with Gaga and let the rain on her or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's very Chromatica.
It's very Chromatica.
I'm not mad at it, but it's very Chromatica.
I like the shoes, but the shoes don't go. I like the wig, but it's not the right shade of pink. Well, but I'm endeared to her.
I really like the look.
I personally really like the look too.
She also, I'll have to remember the name of the TikTok channel, but there's a TikTok channel that talks a lot about LGBT history. And she did a bit for them. And I actually only saw this today. And this is why I recognize Pomara, where she did a bit for them where she spoke about both Aboriginal and Maori LGBT history, and she spoke about the first, I believe, Aboriginal ballet dancer in all of Down Under, which was a really lovely story.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, I really, really like her. I actually kind of like the color of the hair because it then matches the color of like the cuffed sleeve. Like those seem to match, and I really like that. It's a bodysuit, sure, but this is very, very well done for me. I like the addition of the jacket. I like the shoe. It's almost giving like ice skate in a really fun way. She reminds me, and I this is no shade. She reminds me a lot of Olympia Avalanche. And so I feel like that endears me to her a little bit more. But
Novimpia, for watching, we love you.
Love Novimpia. With that being said, I think for the promo, she's going to get extra points for it being an actual metallic look, but I'm going to bring her down a little bit because it's a bodysuit. So I'm going to land at 85.
I love her, but this is a 60 at best. And I'm being generous because I love her.
I'm not mad at the look. I love the jacket. I love the color of the hair. I enjoy the shoes as well. But obviously there could have been a lot more done, especially with around the legs. So I'm gonna give it a 75.
Work. Anyway. Spankie Jackzon. 37 from Palmerston North, Aotearoa. I'm gonna get the pronunciation eventually. Aotearoa. She's been doing drag for 23 years.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
She describes her drag as pure Walmana and then a bunch of outdated terms that I will not be using. And she lives in a rural town and talks about how she's at the bar, and I'm not getting much from Miss Jackzon.
And she somehow won House of Drag.
Yeah, so she won season 2.
Yes, and she was brought in halfway through
Of House of Drag, which, if you are not aware, is the drag reality show hosted by Anita Wiglet and Keita Mean, or formerly. They don't do it anymore, I don't think. But
probably because of the WoW contracts.
Yeah.
Let me remain positive about this. This is me being positive.
Okay.
I'm gonna look away.
Okay.
I love the disco ball. I think the disco
the disco ball purse, great, love it. That's my favorite part of this look.
I didn't know it was a purse. I thought it was just a disco ball that she's swinging around.
I mean, I assume it's a purse because I think there's like a latch where it like opens, but
I'm gonna be honest. If someone walked into the bars or the clubs that I work at in this, I would assume it was probably their first or second time in drag, and I would offer them to go through my wardrobe. Like, hey, sweetie, do you want to pick out something better to wear?
Remind me to go to your bar then when I go there.
Oh, if you want some spare drag, I've got some spare drag for y'all. I'm a nice person.
Yes, please.
Despite how I may have been reading some of these people tonight, I am a nice person. I'm very open and sharing with my drag. That being said, I don't understand why she's got 3 cones on her head. I don't get this, like, I love you, babes bodysuit with the fucking little bag curtains. I don't get the Thunderdome cuffs.
And then it just looks like she took a piece of like white silver fabric, wrapped it around her, and belted it.
This is the worst Drag Race promo look ever. I'm talking about Jujubee's season 2 promo look being better than this. I'm talking about some of this. I'm talking about Rebecca Glasscock looked better than this.
I'm gonna say one of the worst because I can't remember the really, really bad ones.
This is the worst for me.
Okay.
I can't think of anything more heinous than this. And it's the bang being so low down on top of her doing the smallest amount of eyeshadow. I honestly thought when she was like, "Oh yes, I'm pure woman," blah 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 blah. I thought that was a joke. I'm still waiting to find out whether that is a joke or not.
I didn't know. I didn't even know she said Womana. I thought she said Romana, like a female
Pure
version,
Romana.
as in like the female version of Ray Romano.
She looks like the drag version of Ray Romano.
She looks like if someone crafted a drag queen out of Billy Bear ham, bought the bare essentials to do a number in, and a couple of extra accessories because they had a few more dollars to spend, slapped it all together and pushed it out on stage and said, "Go, sweetie, go."
Spankie
That's
wants
what
to
she
be.
looks like.
Spankie's trying to be Bosco so bad.
My cup is empty. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I have not taken my cup out of the cupboard.
Sam, you haven't taken your cup out of the cupboard. I actually opened the cupboard to get my cup out. My cup fell off and cracked open over my head, and now it's just a bunch of porcelain shards on the floor.
Is it 3 cones? Is it what? 3 cones?
If I had to put a numerical score to this, which we kind of do with the cup system, and with a cup being a cup being empty is 0, and I imagine a cup is overflowing being 110, a cracked cup on the floor is like a minus 100. I want to apologize to Lala Ree's bag look because I'm beginning to think that's probably better than this. Scoot!
I can't give you a 0. So I give you a 1.
You didn't do what needed to be done at all. Miss Spankie Jackzon, you are an ugly girl. Okay, that's too far.
That's too far. Let's move on to our final gal, and that's Yuri Guaii, 25, from Tamakimakoro. She has been doing drag for 7 years. She makes 99% of what she wears. Her strengths are sewing and makeup. She was homeschooled, one of 8 siblings, and grew up in a religious family. And she talks about being scared of performing.
That makes me scared.
Okay.
I'm scared.
This looks like a promo look. However, Mama, this ain't fucking metallic. I don't think it's awful. I think she looks, compared to what we just saw.
Yeah, she looks better than Spankie.
That's not much of a challenge. However, the wig is lovely, and I love the way she does her makeup. She gives me like
season 7 Pearl.
No, I want to say it's a little bit more like cutting than that. She gives me like interesting angular movements in the mug area. I can't. I'm sorry. I've got Caucasian rhythm syndrome.
No.
Sam and I went one place. You went to another.
Yeah.
You went lemon. We went cornbread. Anyway,
get the shoes, baby. Get the shoes.
Very nice right now.
Oh, the shoes are cute.
The shoes are really cute. I like them.
It's good. Unfortunately, for me at least, it looks like a corset that you glued a piece of fabric in the front and a piece of fabric in the back. And I know that's not how this was constructed, but that's what it looks like.
You know what she gives me? Poison type gym leader MILF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like her. I'm nervous.
Yep. I hope that she can I hope that this whole thing's like a surprise and secretly she can lip sync the house down.
I hope that the first challenge is a sewing challenge so she at least gets to episode 2.
Yes.
It gives me she gives me this. I was trying to think of what energy she gives me. She gives me scaredy cat energy.
No.
Just because of the scared of performing is really throwing me off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, with that said, I think the look is really, really good. I like the makeup. I like a more severe makeup. In whatever capacity that is. So I really, really appreciate it.
She does. One note about the makeup, sorry to interrupt. It's just a little too bright here. She could do with just bronzing it up a little bit because it's a little too white and it's disconnect from the neck and the chest. But other than that, I like the severity of it all.
I think that has to do with her being a bedroom queen, in all honesty. Like, it seems like because of the scared of performing, it seems like she doesn't have a lot of performing experience, which is the scaredy cat energy that I was getting from her. I'm hopeful.
I also think it's also because obviously you see in these notes that she is part of a religious family. So like,
yeah.
And obviously I've been there too, where Christian conservative household, and I do drag.
Yeah. Valid. Yeah. With that being said, I think my cup's gonna be at 70 for Yuri Guaii.
My cup is gonna be at a 65 because I really love this outfit, but it does not match the theme.
See, I want to give her an 80, but I just realized it really doesn't fit the theme. Oh, you know what? I'll get into the Logan of it all. I'll give her a 70.
Fair.
Wow, this is the second time I've been a bitch of the group.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh,
I think consistently it was me today, but we all agree on our least favorite. I don't want to acknowledge her any further. Or least favorite look. I don't want to acknowledge it.
Look.
Cones. Cones.
I want to acknowledge it because I want to continue talking shit.
Anyway, what's our favorite promo look?
Kween Kong.
For me, it's between Kween Kong and Aubrey Haive.
Me too.
I believe it was the wise American prophet laureate Onika Mirage Petty who once famously said, "Yes, it's Kween Kong." I don't know the rest of the song. Fake Bob.
Just to give a little bit of diversity in our opinions, I'm going to go with Aubrey as my favorite.
And Eris already said Kween Kong, so I'm going to say my next favorite, which actually was Pomara.
I love that. Well, that's that. The season premieres on July 30th, aka our Hell Weekend, because there are 4 episodes of Drag Race dropping in 3 days.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
So, we will be back to talk about the season when it happens, and talk shit, because that's what we do. So with that, thank you for joining us for our Drag Race Down Under cast assessment. I am really optimistic for the season, despite this promo not being up to snuff. I will say it was better than the season 1 promo, but not by much. They had promo looks, Eris.
Okay, yeah.
They were looks specifically for the promo. Now, if all these bitches walk into the workroom in these looks, I'm going to be mad. But anyway,
Could you imagine such a thing?
Not that. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Check out all of our drag content because Lord knows there's a lot of it. And Kween Kong.
Kween Kong.
Yes, it's been on.
Bye.
Bye.